Cool. All right. Now, this the protocol for outreach is in the document. Okay. I'm going to go over it kind of quickly, and that way we don't spend a ton of time on it. Sonny, I know this is kind of the recall and the reactivation part of this are kind of your baby. So if you want to stop me ever, just let me know.
Sounds good.
There's some glossary terms here: reactivation, recalls, patients past 6 months is reactivations, patients who missed their appointments within the past 30 days is recalls.
Yeah, the low-hanging fruit is the recall, 30 days or less. In most offices, if someone walks out the door, they were busy to schedule, they're on vacation. The 30 days or less, the recall is the low-hanging fruit. This should be done 3 days a week. We do it Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The reason we do Saturday is we get more people on the phone on Saturdays.
Okay, that's great. That's good information. Okay, phase 1 and phase 2, we've talked about those, and then a double call. So a double call is an important thing to know because through the protocol, you'll find a place where it says double call. What is that? A double call is a call that if I were to call you right now, Chad, and you didn't recognize the number, what might you do?
Straight to voicemail.
Okay, I call you right back. What do you do?
A higher likelihood that I'll answer it.
Yeah, and
Correct.
It's not because you're avoiding the call. It's just, I don't recognize that. But if it's a second call, you're like, this might be important, right?
Yeah.
So we find we can double our response rate just by doing a double call.
Yeah, so we do this on the third call. The third call, we do a double call all the time. And I'd say 20 to 30% of those people pick up the phone. It's amazing. That double call really, really works.
That's interesting. We do it on the first call.
Great.
So I mean, that's actually something interesting we might be we might want to test as well. So that's great.
Well, and I would say underlying a lot of this, if you were to dig through the periphery and get to the root or heart of it, what is it that causes your clinic, Sonny, to be so vigilant about these things? It's the fact that you guys, from top to bottom in your clinic, view your approach and what you're doing as a mission rather than an imposition. And I think that if you were to be honest, if you were to have docs be truly honest, I would say that a lot of the hesitation and trepidation that occurs in terms of being more aggressive with the follow-up comes at its root from this, whether it's conscious or subconscious, unconscious, view that what you're doing is an imposition on people.
Right.
And that's not the case with your clinic. You guys are on mission, on a purpose.
And you'll notice with what Chad just said that scripts will change. What happens is you train on this script and it will change from an experience on the phone with a patient. So you'll notice that eventually over time your stats will begin to fall. That happens because of a bad experience. Someone got into your caller's ears. But as long as you train and you keep going back to the protocol when stats fall, that's the key. And we're big on anytime we get a lead or we have a stat, we hit a goal, we're texting every single day. So I actually got a text 20 minutes ago, and I'm going to pull up my phone, and I just got a text maybe a few seconds ago because I just pulled up my phone, and it says, we're at 28. We have 28 people confirmed for our lecture on Tuesday. And then about 2 hours ago, I got a text saying we're at 26. So it's a team effort. It's not just one staff member. We're constantly hitting the goals, and we bonus them on that. So they realize that, and we have them come to the class, and we have them talk to the patients when we change their lives. So
that's great.
It's a purpose.
That's great. So below phase 2, we get into the glossary of terms, and then we jump into the protocols. Okay, so you can read the protocols. They're pretty simple. The objective, the tactical approach, basically, and Sonny just alluded to how often he's doing recalls 3 times per week.
3 times per week, yes.
Okay, and then reactivation also.
Reactivation, we do that twice a week. That's done on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay, fantastic. So you guys can see that's all here. You also have other initiatives people can do between postcards, birthday. The birthday thing is interesting because the reason why is because it gives you a reason why.
Exactly.
You have something to talk about. Hey, it's your birthday. That's why we're doing this. Makes sense to people. Okay. All right. And there's some text recall reactivation scripts that you can feel free to plug and play and use. Absolutely. They'll work for you. phase 2 protocol. Okay, so here is what's interesting. So not only do you need this protocol for your reactivation and recalls, this is my company. We do lead generation. Okay, so we believe that the same efforts that you put towards getting people into their appointments as well as coming back, reactivation, should be applied to lead gen, right? And even more so. That's new patients are the lifeblood of your business. Okay, so we also have a protocol here on how to follow this ideally. Now, new leads will always be, you notice this is phase 2. Okay, so phase 1, we're calling them every day. If lead comes in today, it's Wednesday, we're going to call them today. It's Wednesday. We're not waiting until the next Friday. Okay, so phase 2 is about finding opportunities to, whether that's invite them to an epic event like Dr. Woolner does, okay, whether that's inviting them in for a birthday reactivation, whatever, or not reactivate, but anything really, right? So anything along those lines, finding reasons to stay up to, as far as your reactivation protocol, 10 per day, anything you want to add to that, Sonny?
No. So we used to do postcards for this, but now we do texting for reactivation. So we changed our protocol because we found that when we texted, we got more responses and more people into the office.
Okay, cool. So we're going to jump down to phase 1 lead protocol. Now, this is the primary function of what 25th West does. And this is what I get asked all the time. Like, how many times should we follow up? What's the best thing to do? Based on our experience, based on the data, based on what is getting us the best results, that is what we're going to walk through right now. Okay. So our number 1 goal is to respond to leads within 1 minute if we're able. I understand that's not always that's not always realistic, but that's ideal. Okay. If a lead is generated after hours, meaning, if people are home for the night, whatever the case may be, we want to just follow the rest of the protocol here. Okay. And below, once we get through this, there is an at a glance visual on the document that you can see, okay, day 1, day 2, day 3, because it can seem a little complicated, even though it's fairly straightforward. So day 1, morning call. So leads are to be contacted first thing in the morning. If the first call is missed, we place a double call. Okay. And that double call is to be made. Okay. So new leads also receive, it's important to understand that when a lead is generated, they get an automatic email and an automatic text. So if you're following up with leads the next day, just understand they've already received that communication. Okay. All right. Afternoon call. Let's say you didn't get anybody. Afternoon call. So you want to make your second attempt. If you're unable to reach them, go ahead and send a text message. Okay. We don't leave a voicemail on day 1. Why don't we leave a voicemail on day 1?
Stats have shown that if you just wait till you get them on the phone, there's a higher probability they'll make it to the office. People are busy. They don't want to respond back to a voice message. They really don't know your clinic, and you want to build that relationship. Yeah,
people don't really listen to their voicemails. I don't remember the last time I listened to a voicemail. I'll read it. Yeah. All right. And then we've got the result that we're optimizing for. All right. So day 2, morning call. Once again, if we didn't get them, we want to keep following up with them. So we start out with a morning call. If they don't answer, we send a text. Okay. Hi, Mary. This is Sam with whatever clinic. I'd love to send you some more information about our current offer. Do you have a minute to chat this morning? Okay. So afternoon call, same time as day 1. If the lead doesn't answer, we leave a voicemail then at that point. Okay. We're just at this point, we're just stacking the odds. Okay. We're providing multiple opportunities to make contact with the lead. Okay. Day 3, we start out with a morning email. Okay. This is congruent with the data that we got from our case study. So we're sending out our second email, and the script for that email is in the protocol. You can copy and paste it there. Obviously, you're going to want to change the information so it applies to you. Okay. Afternoon call, same as day 1. If they don't answer, we're going to leave a voicemail. Okay. The script is there as well. Let's move on down. So day 4, there's a morning call, an afternoon text. Day 8, it's email. Okay. So we're going to shoot an email on day 8. Day 14, we've got another email. Now, what's interesting about this email is This email is, "Hi, Mary, are you still interested in getting help with your," and then it's their primary complaint, with your neuropathy, with your migraines, whatever the case may be. This is called a re-engagement email. Okay. This email is extremely simple and it does a really good job. It doesn't do the best. The next one does the best one. But this was actually made popular by a guy named Dean Jackson. He did it in real estate, and he would just say, "Sonny, are you still interested in real estate?" Whatever it is.
This makes sense. Yeah. We currently don't do this. We're going to add this in.
This is really easy. Okay. So day 14. And then the last one is day 21. "Sonny, have you given up on getting help with your migraines?" Right. So it's a higher level. It's the same re-engagement concept, but it's a higher level of confront than day 14. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. Anything you guys want to add to that? I mean, I know it seems a little wordy.
No, it's great.
Yeah. So at a glance, if you guys look down, you'll see everything between calls, texts, and emails. You'll see at a glance what is the optimal follow-up strategy. Okay. This is the effort we need in order to make, the best attempt possible to get people in and schedule every single day. Now, I will say that I hear from time to time that this seems like a lot. The good news is this. If you're working with 25th West, we actually have software that automates all of this for you. Okay. So there's no need to get too crazy. It's important to understand what's happening. Okay. But there's no need to get crazy saying, "Hey, how could I possibly do all this?" Our software will do it for you. When a call is made, okay, an automatic call, it will call you at the clinic. You'll pick up. It'll tell you who it is and what the lead is for. And if you want to connect, you'll connect and it will call the lead on your behalf. That way everything can stay on schedule. You can use the proven protocol. It's an absolutely amazing software. And so that's what it looks like at a glance. That's what you're accomplishing. That's how you're going to get the results. Cool?